Hello, my little YouTube friends. It's Birdie here, the recycled hippie chick. I just need to do some art therapy for a little bit. I am worn out. We have a ball game tonight. It's senior night, so our granddaughter will be, out on the field or whatever. As the dance team, her parents will walk her out and you'll say, yay, yay, she's a senior and all that. So we'll be sure and want to be there tonight. And I've had a friend over all day trying to help me get my printer set up and show me a few things on how to do things on my computer. And I am wiped out. So I decided I wanted to go out and just do something. And I saw these little how I just throw something together and make a little booklet to stick in, maybe in a tuck spot, or go ahead and glue it or tape it into a page somewhere. I don't remember what Christina's Shack called them. It was cute though. Tip-ins or something like that. And I thought, well, you know what? I'm just going to finish putting them together and visit. So I don't know if you guys remember a while back, I took the string off my feed bags and sprayed some ink on them. So I'm just going to actually take that and sew this little cluster, I guess you could call it, of an old piece of wool sweater and a scrap piece of fabric. So I thought we would just do that while we decompress and calm down before the second half of our night begins. Well, I'm not sure what's going to happen here. I'm not sure what's going on. This, I think that's a knot that has just appeared. So I'm going to cut that off. I've got the door open going out onto the driveway because it's really warm today. It's in the 80s here in Kansas. Yes, I know. We were down to 31 the other night. Now we're in the 80s. I know. It's weird, but that's how we are in Kansas. And it stayed cold in the art room, so I opened the door to try to let some of that air in. And every little car I hear that goes down the dirt road, I think they're pulling in. And they're not. I'm just not used to, the door being open. I went to the feed store yesterday to get goat food, and I get my bird seed there because it's a lot cheaper. And I do spend a little more on their sunflower seeds. I don't know why, but their sunflower seeds, my birds will eat and the squirrels, but the sunflower seeds I get at Tractor Supply, they will not eat. So I'm wondering if it's like genetically modified or what it is that makes them not want to eat those bird seeds. So I go to the feed store to get my bird seed, and it's usually for 50 pounds. Of course, Tractor Supply, it's only 40 pounds. But for 50 pounds, it's usually $24 at the feed store. So, but it lasts a long time. Well, yesterday I went to the feed store to get some goat feed and bird seed and sunflower seeds. And I also get my baking soda there because you can get a 50-pound bag for $7. And it's $1 something if you're buying it to bake with. It's $1 something for a little bitty 8-ounce box. So it's way cheaper to just get the animal grade, and I use it also for us. But my sunflower seeds have gone up from $24 to $36. Can you believe that? for a bag of sunflower seeds. So I said no, because I can't. My squirrels and my birds are going to have to do something. I'm going to get another bag from Tractor Supply and see if they'll eat it. If they don't, the goats will. There's no problem with that. But I don't like spending $20-some on a bag of sunflower seeds for the goats to have for a snack, you know? But my bird feeding days are numbered with this recession that we are not in. I heard the president say the other day, no, we are not in a recession, he told the reporter. I'm like, what? He said, no, we are not in a recession and we are not going to be. And she said, so we are not, you don't think that there's a possibility of a recession? He said, well, there's a possibility later on. I'm like, okay, I don't know what his definition of a recession and mine is, but this family is in a recession. I can tell you that right now. I don't know. Maybe he's been falling off of his bike a little too much. I don't know, but I just could not believe I was listening to him say, no, we are not in a recession. Okay, fine. Anyway, this recession that we're not in is a little expensive on bird feed. Now, let's do something with this. Let's get a stamp or something. I'm going to just dig for a stamp real quick. Okay. Now, I am not organized enough to have any focal points out, so I just want to put some stamps on here just so it's not so boring, you know? Just to give it a jumping off point when I put it in my book. I thought of the queen, so I got a crown out for that one. And then I just got a few more. I don't know, we may go through here and just put one on a few pages. Just to jazz them up. Sometimes I am intimidated by the white space, and these just give me something. This is a homemade one right here, just a design. That's all that one is. Okay, so that'll give us a start on this one. I'm not going to glue this down. I might later when I put it in my book. Just something to do. Now, my brain is mush, so this even gives me an idea when I go in here and look at these. I'll go, oh, I had a stamp on the front. You know, I might put a stamp on that. And just, oh, look, there's stamps. So it rings my bell as to something to do later. Okay, let's go on to the next one. What did I have for this one? Well, I don't have anything for that one. So this one here I've got laid on top of there. So let's go ahead and put that one on. I got to get some. Oh, here. I still have some over here. I thought I'd used it all, but I didn't. Okay. I'm just going to haphazardly sew like I did the other one. And I found this laying on the floor a while ago. So I might tie it at the bottom of one of these. Just, you know, stick my string through it. Okay. Now, did anybody see what I did with my needle? I don't know if I stuck it back in here, but we'll just get another one out. I have to look up on YouTube some videos on how to make these needle booklets. I just have everything stuck on a piece of felt, and I've got way too many needles in here. And I just need a little book to organize myself with, and maybe I can have a couple in a couple different places. because some of those I probably got several of the same kind of needle in there, I'm sure. And I don't know why, my brain automatically goes to the underneath side to put my knot, because when I'm doing things haphazardly, I don't mind the knot on top. I like it to look grungeola. So this time I'm going to make it on top. It's really kind of hard for me to make things purposely, you know, look grungy. Like, it's really hard for me not to make these lines straight. What am I doing here? This needs to come over here, right? Yeah, like that. Okay. We've been watching a show on TV. I don't remember what the name of it is, but it's about these people who buy, over in Europe, they buy a house or whatever, and then they fix it up themselves, rebuilding for a lifetime or something like that. And it'll show them buying, like, of course, you know, over there, dilapidated barn's 200 years old. And then they want to turn it into a home. It's funny because they'll say, and how much do you have to spend to make your remodel? And they'll say, $14,000. And you're like, what? Yesterday we watched one. This couple had only known each other for 14 months. They decided to plan their wedding and bought a chateau, which is slightly smaller than a castle. And they decided, you know, in 6 months they were going to have this chateau ready to be a bed and breakfast, and in 7 months they were going to have their wedding. Well, how much do you have to spend on this? They say $45,000. You're like, what are these people thinking? And then they quit their job to do it because they can't hire a contractor, and so they quit their job to do their work themselves. And you're like, okay, and you plan on getting the money to just survive where, you know? What are these people thinking? It's always more money, and it's always longer than what they had planned. You know, what they said at the beginning of the show. It's fun to watch, but you just wonder where people's mentality is located. And have you ever done construction or anything in your life? No, I'm an accountant. Okay, and you're going to rip the wiring out of a chateau and rewire it yourself. Okay. They always end up hiring help in the end. And it always could have cost them, it could have saved them months and months if they would have just done it to begin with. But, you know, people are stubborn. And they think they, you know, they can do this. They have high hopes. I've never seen people more positive than the people in Europe. I mean, these people are like, he goes, well, what if you can't do it? And they say, oh, but we will do it. Oh, there's husband. Just a minute. Okay, hubby is wanting to go early so we can grab a bite to eat before the ball game. So I'm going to cut this video off, and we will visit again. Maybe when I get back from the ball game, I can come out and play some more. Just depends on if he's in the mood to watch TV with me, or if he just wants to watch his own stuff, you know, whether I come back out or not. Or I could wait till he goes to bed and come back out. So anyway, there's another one that I have finished up. And I don't know how to add videos together, so it'll just have to be another video when I come back from the ball game to continue on. Because actually, I don't even have I'm still in my play clothes, so I have to go in and probably change my clothes. Okay? So I'm going to stop that one right there. And I will see you after the ball game. Bye-bye from Birdie.